Bullying can have a major impact on people. We all joke about each other from time to time, but be aware when to stop. You never know how people might react to this, or what horrible things they plan to do to you. Let's dive into the next story about Eva and Ada, twins who do everything together, even bullying people at school. One day they decide to have some fun on Omegle. Never did they know that this would end in a true horror scene. Will they make it out alive? Keep watching to find out. Welcome to your next chills before sleep. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to us to provide you with more scary stories. Don't forget to enable all notifications to join our weekly cash giveaway pinned in the comments. The horror movie was a dud. It wasn't like we could go trick or treating since we were almost 20 at the time. Our younger siblings were out trick or treating and our parents were at the hospital Halloween party. We were supposed to be at the party as well, but it got cancelled at the last minute. Our Halloween was going to be disastrous, and that's when my sister Ada suggested we spend our evening meeting strangers on Omegle. It seemed like as good of an idea as any, so sitting in our bedroom dressed like Sailor Moon characters, we decided to go on Omegle. We spent an hour on Omegle with almost no success. We met a lot of people, but we disconnected a lot. Most of the time, it was us who disconnected because there were a lot of creeps on Omegle. Eventually, we did connect with someone who seemed interesting. It was a man. The frame showed him sitting shirtless in a chair. To say he had a good physique would be an understatement. He looked like a tall boy. He had his head hung down and looked kind of upset. He was sitting in a very dark room. "Hi there, handsome," said my daring sister. The man smirked and didn't say anything. He just sat there. He finally looked up at us. He was wearing a mask, so all we could see were his eyes. He had baby blue eyes and blonde hair. He was quite attractive if I say so myself, but the baby blue eyes looked very familiar. Too familiar. "Do I know you?" I asked the man. The man just shrugged. So mysterious, I remember thinking to myself. I felt stupid. There were so many blue-eyed people on this earth. How would I know every single one of them? He suddenly stood up from his seat and disappeared from the room for a while. He came back into frame. He readjusted the camera. What I saw next completely shocked me. He turned on a red light to reveal a woman chained up to the wall in front of the camera. There were a variety of tools present beside the woman. I was absolutely dumbfounded when I saw this sight. I made eye contact with my sister and saw that my expression matched hers. At that moment we looked like true twins. While it was scary that a random man on Omegle was showing us a woman chained up in his house, what was scarier still was that we knew the girl. It was Sophia Kleinman, a girl who had gone to school with us. "Surprised, are you?" "Ada and Eva are shocked," said the guy with a maniacal laughter. "Why would you be? Your posse had it coming." And the guy then picked up a scalpel and started slicing Sophie's cheek. She screamed out loud in pain and I wanted to shut my ears right then. Then he unshackled one of the woman's hands and started breaking her fingers using pliers. He did it slowly, a calculated attempt. I shivered as I saw each of her fingers being bent beyond the point of recovery. She was crying then, tears flowing down her pretty face. The man, however, was not content with the amount of pain he had caused her. He wanted more. He took a slender knife from the table and in an instant he had passed it through her eye. She was inconsolable now, writhing and flailing in pain. I could not believe that my twin sister and I were just sitting there and watching a man online maim a woman so horribly. But this didn't feel like anonymous depravity. This felt like it was personal, like she was supposed to receive the pain and we were supposed to watch it. The man decided to end the woman after all. Enough playing, he had decided. "No!" screamed Ada as the man picked up a chainsaw. "Don't hurt her, stop!" The man stopped for a minute, standing as if he was pondering what my sister had said, and then he raised the chainsaw above his head and slammed it into her chest. She started spitting blood. Then he turned on the chainsaw. The blade started slicing her inside as she gave out a loud death cry. Blood started pouring out her mouth, and when the machine finally stopped its assault, it was clear that she had passed away. "Stop!" screamed the man. "Why? Did you stop when it was my sister?" I was confused for a second before the man removed his mask. I let out an audible gasp. It was Marcus. Now I knew why the eyes seemed so familiar. He was the brother of one of our classmates. He was 2 grades above us and was the captain of the football team. Being complete opposites, his sister Anna was a nerd who had autism. She was the class scapegoat. Everyone used to make fun of her, and we used to bully her. We thought it was all just fun and games till one night it became too much. That night was our senior year prom night. Anna was going to the prom alone, of course, because no one would agree to go with her. When she reached prom, we all made fun of her. She had worn a long, beautiful green dress, but we had even made fun of her dress and her attempt to look beautiful. We had broken her glasses and torn her dress. As a last insult, Eva and I had thrown the fruit punch on her. She ran home that day, and later that week we found out that she had killed herself. I was emotionally devastated when I heard that. Ada and I promised to become better people, but a lot of people in our group still justified all their actions. I had visited Anna's funeral, but Marcus had kicked me out and made a big fuss about me being there. His last words to me were, "What are you here for? You already killed my sister all those years you bullied her. You're a murderer. You've been poisoning her slowly. You have blood on your hands. Never forget that." Today, as I looked at the computer screen, there was blood on Marcus's hands, but I know he didn't regret it one bit. "You'll get what's coming for you," he said, smirking. The screen changed to a black screen with white text saying, "You're next." Before I could respond, the doorbell rang. Ada and I slowly made our way down the stairs. We took knives from the kitchen to defend ourselves. I peeked from the doorbell video camera and saw that it was just our younger siblings outside. We put the knives down as we took a sigh of relief. I opened the door and welcomed the little ones, still on edge. I looked around as I closed the door. As soon as I went back into the living room to talk to my younger siblings, Ada told me that she was going to the hospital party to talk to our parents. She was right. We were in danger and we did need help. I told her I will stay back with the little ones. I hugged her as she left the house with the car keys. I spent some time with my siblings. Ada had been gone a while, and I was impatiently waiting for some kind of news of her arrival. That's when I got a notification. I had been sent a link from an unknown number. I clicked on the link and saw a video. I played the video and was greeted by Marcus with a gun in his hand. He said, "A little birdie is out tonight. Out to get help? Why should she have a chance to escape? My sister never did. Neither should yours." The view changed and I saw my sister sitting in her car at the traffic stop. That's when Marcus's gun came into view. "Hey!" he screamed. Ada moved her head to look at him. For a split second, you could see the horror and shock on her face. I believe he did that just so she could be terrorized in the final moment of her life. Then he shot her, going right through the window. The bullet pierced her head. Her face became misshapen as blood gushed out of where her forehead had been. People around him started yelling and shrieking. The view of the video changed and I saw Marcus again. He had a big, content smile on his face. "Oh my, one body down, another to go. Most of your posse is gone now, you know. It's just you left, Eva. Just you. Don't worry. I'm coming and I'll make it as painful as I possibly can." I broke down in tears as I saw that. My twin sister dead. We were born together, we grew up together, and now she was just gone. So would I be in a few hours? I asked all my siblings to hide in the basement while I went and hid in the closet. I called the police and said that I needed help. After I hung up, I began hearing footsteps in my house, followed by Marcus's voice. "Oh, Eva, come out. Remember how we used to play when we were kids? I want to play again, Eva." The footsteps started to sound closer with time. I tried my best to make no noise, but my little siblings weren't as quiet. He started to make his way to the basement. I couldn't let that happen. I ran out of the closet and slowly made my way to the kitchen. I had my eyes on him in the living room. He was about to open the door to the basement. That's when I stabbed him with the knife I had taken from the kitchen. He let out a pain-filled cry, but I did not stop. I kept stabbing him again and again. When he finally turned around, he shot me in my leg, but I didn't let up and I kept stabbing him. Eventually, he fell to the ground. I opened the basement door and told my siblings that it was okay to come out. Police arrived shortly and so did my parents. I was rushed to the hospital and sadly they had to amputate to save my life. Now, 6 months later, I have lost a leg and a sister. I guess it's karma. I took his sister, so he took mine. I still go to her grave every day and place her favorite flower on it. Sometimes I wish it would have just been me instead of her. I don't socialize a lot anymore and I do not go on Omegle. I'm scared that I'll see something horrifying again, like the Halloween night when my life changed forever. Thank you for watching this video. Have you experienced a similar situation or another scary experience? Don't hesitate to submit your story by email or in the comments section below. Ready for your next chills before sleep? Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for us to provide you with more scary stories. Let us know what you think and don't forget to enable all notifications. Be the first one to get the chills.